Imagine waking up one day feeling a heavy weight on your heart. You look out the window, and the world seems bright and lively, but inside, you feel like you're wandering in a fog. This feeling of being lost or overwhelmed is something many of us experience at different points in our lives. You may have faced a tough decision, felt anxious about the future, or struggled with feelings of sadness. In these moments, it's easy to feel isolated, as if no one truly understands the battles we face daily. Now, let's take a moment to think about the words of Jesus, "The light of the body is the eye." At first glance, this might seem like a simple phrase. But if we pause and reflect, we begin to see how deeply relevant this message is to our everyday struggles. Just like our eyes help us navigate through the physical world, our perspective shapes how we experience life's challenges. When Jesus spoke these words, he was teaching his followers about focus and the importance of what we choose to see. Are we looking for light and hope in our lives, or are we allowing darkness and negativity to cloud our vision? Imagine a person standing at a crossroads. One path is bright with possibilities, while the other is shrouded in shadows of doubt. The direction they choose will influence not just their journey but also their state of mind. Let's think about someone named Sarah. She often feels overwhelmed by her responsibilities, schoolwork, family expectations, and friendships that sometimes feel strained. One day, she remembers her grandmother's advice, "Always look for the light, Sarah, it will guide you." Inspired by this wisdom, Sarah decides to shift her focus. Instead of fixating on all that feels heavy on her heart, she starts looking for small joys, a smile from a friend, a beautiful sunset, or even just a cozy cup of tea. As she embraces this new perspective, something incredible happens. The fog begins to lift. Sarah realizes that when she focuses on positivity and gratitude, her heart feels lighter. She understands that Jesus was inviting us all to see beyond our struggles, to let in the light that offers hope and clarity. In these moments of reflection and connection to Jesus' teachings, we are reminded that our eyes hold power. They can either trap us in darkness or lead us toward brightness. Just like Sarah found her way back into the light by changing her focus, we too can choose to see differently. So as you go through your day-to-day life, remember, it's not just what you look at, it's how you choose to perceive it that truly makes all the difference. As we move deeper into understanding Jesus' words, let's take a closer look at the quote, "The light of the body is the eye." This statement may seem straightforward at first, but it holds significant meaning that resonates with our daily lives. Jesus, in his wisdom, was not just speaking about our physical eyes, he was guiding us to think about how we perceive the world around us and how that perception shapes our reality. Imagine for a moment that you are walking through a dark room. If you have a flashlight and shine it in front of you, suddenly, things become clearer. You can see obstacles, find your way, and navigate the space with confidence. This is what Jesus meant by the importance of having light. Our eyes can either lead us to brightness or keep us in darkness, depending on what we choose to focus on. In the biblical context, Jesus often spoke in parables and metaphors to convey deeper truths. When he mentioned light in the eye, he was reminding his followers that our inner vision matters just as much as our outward sight. What we allow ourselves to see, our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes, has profound effects on our hearts and minds. If we focus on negativity and despair, our lives will feel heavy. However, if we seek out hope and joy, we open ourselves up to a brighter existence. This teaching is especially relevant today when many people struggle with feelings of anxiety and uncertainty. It invites us to ask, are we looking for the good in our lives? Are we choosing to see opportunities instead of obstacles? Just like Sarah learned to search for light amidst her challenges, we too have the power to change our perspective. One way to explore this further is through a simple exercise. Take a moment each day to pause and reflect on what you are focusing on. You might keep a journal where you write down 3 things that bring you joy or gratitude. By intentionally directing our attention toward positive aspects of life, we allow the light to illuminate our path. Remember that Jesus' message encourages us to be mindful of what fills our vision. By choosing to look for light, the good in ourselves and others, we engage in a practice that can transform our experience. The quote, "The light of the body is the eye," serves as a reminder that clarity starts from within. As we prepare to discover more about how this teaching plays out in real life, keep this idea close: what you see shapes who you are and how you live each day. Now that we've explored the essence of Jesus' message about the eye and light, let's look at the biblical context in which he spoke these profound words. The quote, "The light of the body is the eye," is found in Matthew 6 verses 22 to 23. In this portion of Scripture, Jesus is teaching his followers about the significance of focus and priorities in their lives. This teaching comes as he talks about treasures, both earthly and heavenly, urging us to consider what truly holds value in our hearts. When we read Matthew 6, we see that Jesus was addressing a crowd filled with people who felt the pressures of daily life, much like us today. Many were clinging to material possessions or worldly desires, hoping that these things could bring them fulfillment. As he teaches, Jesus emphasizes that where our focus lies will shape not only our actions but also our spiritual outlook. It reflects the very essence of who we are as individuals. Imagine being surrounded by distractions, your phone buzzing with notifications, responsibilities piling up at home or work, and worries flitting through your mind like hummingbirds. In such chaos, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Jesus reminds us that our inner vision is crucial. If our eyes are fixed on darkness, then how can we expect to be filled with light? Conversely, when our eyes seek out goodness and hope, we become bearers of light ourselves. In the verses surrounding this quote, Jesus contrasts two paths, one leading to worldly treasures and another heading towards spiritual richness found in him. He warns against being torn between these two perspectives because it can lead to confusion and a heaviness of heart. By making a conscious decision to look for what is bright and good, whether in situations or within ourselves, we align our hearts with his purpose. To deepen our understanding of this principle, take a moment to reflect on your own experiences. Are there areas in your life where you might be holding on to negativity or despair? Think about how shifting your focus, similar to adjusting the lens of a camera, could bring clarity and light into those dark spaces. As we explore further into what this quote implies about our lives today, remember that it's not merely about seeing physically but also about allowing your spirit to be illuminated by positivity and faith. When we make an effort to prioritize our inner vision and align it with hope and love, we find immense strength and support from Jesus' teachings. So let this be a gentle reminder as you move forward. Choose where you direct your gaze, for it has the power to transform not just how you perceive the world but also how you navigate through it every single day. As we reflect on the profound message of Jesus, let's turn our attention to the symbolism of the eye and how it relates to perception and understanding. When Jesus said, "The light of the body is the eye," he was inviting us to look deeper into what our eyes represent in our spiritual journey. Our eyes are not just instruments for seeing, they are gateways to our hearts and minds. They influence how we interpret the world around us, shaping our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Think about it. When you look at something, what do you see? Two people can observe the same situation but walk away with completely different interpretations. One might see a challenge, while another might see an opportunity. This is where the eye becomes a powerful symbol of perception. It reflects what we choose to focus on and informs how we navigate through life's ups and downs. Imagine a scenario where you're watching a beautiful sunset. For some, it may evoke feelings of peace and gratitude, reminding them of God's creation. For others, it may stir up feelings of sadness or longing for something lost. The sunset itself hasn't changed, it's our perception that colors the experience. In this way, our eyes, our perspective, can either cast light or shadow on our reality. Jesus understood that what we allow to enter our sight influences our hearts. When he spoke about the light of the body being the eye, he was reminding his followers to be mindful of their inner vision. Are they filling their lives with positive images and thoughts? Or are they allowing darkness to creep in through negative experiences or destructive beliefs? This choice shapes not only their outlook but also their relationships and interactions with others. Let's take Sarah's journey a step further. After learning to focus on positivity, she realizes that she can also choose how she sees challenges in her life. Instead of viewing her school assignments as burdensome tasks, she starts seeing them as opportunities for growth and learning. With this shift in perspective, her stress begins to lessen as joy takes its place. In essence, understanding the eye as a symbol encourages us to examine our daily choices about what we focus on. Are we seeking light in difficult situations? Are we training ourselves to see goodness in others? Just like adjusting the lens of a camera can bring what was once blurry into sharp focus, so too can adjusting our perspective bring clarity and light into areas of confusion or darkness. As you go about your day, take a moment to reflect on your own view of life. Ask yourself, what am I allowing my eyes and heart to focus on? By intentionally choosing to see light rather than darkness, you will not only illuminate your own path but also inspire those around you to do the same. Let this understanding be a reminder that your perception shapes your reality, so choose wisely. Continuing from our exploration of the eye's symbolism, let's turn our attention now to the concept of light itself and what it represents in spiritual terms. Light is often seen as a powerful symbol of truth, knowledge, and divine guidance. In a world filled with uncertainty and darkness, the idea of light can illuminate our paths, helping us to navigate through life's challenges in a meaningful way. When Jesus spoke about the light of the body being the eye, he was emphasizing that just as our eyes allow us to see the world around us, the light of truth illuminates our hearts and minds. Think about those moments in life when everything seems overwhelming. The confusion, doubts, and fears can create a kind of darkness that makes it hard to see clearly. But in those very moments, it's often a glimpse of truth or divine insight that can shine through and provide direction. Imagine standing at the edge of a dark forest. As you look ahead, the path is unclear and frightening. There you are, feeling uncertain about which way to go. But just then, maybe you see a flicker of light shining through the trees. That light represents hope and knowledge, guidance that tells you there is a way forward, that you are not alone in your journey. This is how spiritual light functions. It opens up possibilities and offers reassurance in times of doubt. In the Bible, we often see instances where light symbolizes God's presence and his wisdom. Psalm 119 verse 105 beautifully states, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." This verse reminds us that by turning to God's teachings and embracing his wisdom, we illuminate our lives with his truth. When we seek out this light, whether through prayer, reading scripture, or simply being mindful of our spiritual connections, we empower ourselves to make choices that align with righteousness. Let's return to Sarah's journey for a moment. After learning to shift her focus toward positivity, she starts seeking guidance through prayer and reflection. During one of these quiet moments, she feels a sense of clarity wash over her. Suddenly, the stress she once felt over schoolwork transforms into excitement for learning. The light she sought, truth and understanding, reveals her path forward. So how can we apply this concept of light in our own lives? Start by identifying areas where you may feel lost or overwhelmed. Are there sources of truth, be it scripture, positive affirmations, or words from wise mentors, that you can turn to for guidance? Reflect on how embracing these insights can illuminate your perspective and help dispel feelings of doubt or despair. As you contemplate these ideas, remember that everyone faces their own dark moments. However, by consciously inviting light into your life through knowledge and truth, you not only transform your experience but also shine brightly for others who may be seeking their own guidance. Let this be a reminder that even in challenging times, there is always light available to guide our way. We just have to be willing to seek it out with open hearts and minds. As we continue to explore Jesus' message about the light of the body being the eye, let's connect these ideas to personal struggles we all face. Life can often feel like a turbulent sea, filled with doubts, fears, and uncertainty. But amid these storms, focusing on the light can guide us safely to shore. Consider the story of Marcus, a college student who once felt completely overwhelmed. With exams approaching and a heavy workload, he found himself drowning in anxiety. Late at night, surrounded by textbooks, Marcus' mind raced with negative thoughts. What if he failed? What if his friends thought less of him? In those dark moments, it was hard for him to see any hope or possibility. Then, one evening as he took a break, Marcus remembered a lesson he had learned in church about seeking God's light during tough times. Inspired, he decided to change his approach. Instead of allowing fear to cloud his vision, he began to focus on the potential outcomes rather than the possible failures. He started writing down what he was grateful for: his supportive family, wonderful friends, and opportunities for education. Each positive reflection acted as a beam of light cutting through his anxiety, showing him that there were many reasons to be hopeful. Through prayer and moments of quiet reflection, Marcus realized that his fear stemmed from looking at dark possibilities rather than embracing the light of truth and support surrounding him. With this newfound clarity, he tackled his studies with a more positive mindset. He found that as he focused on the light, his strengths and goals, his stress began to fade and was replaced with motivation and determination. The shadows of doubt no longer held power over him. Now let's take a look at another example: Sophia, a young mother balancing work and raising her children. There were days when it felt impossible for her to juggle everything. Overwhelmed by responsibilities and managing expectations, she often struggled with feelings of guilt. One day, while reading a book about mindfulness, she remembered the teaching about seeking light. She decided to take small steps toward finding balance. Sophia made it a daily ritual to spend 10 minutes meditating. During this time, she focused on letting go of negativity and inviting light into her heart and mind. With each breath she took, she visualized her worries dissipating like fog under sunlight. This practice enabled her to gain perspective on her worries and approach her day with renewed energy and positivity. Both Marcus and Sophia demonstrate how focusing on light, whether through gratitude or mindfulness, allows us to break free from the darkness of doubt and fear. Their stories remind us that even in the most challenging situations, we can choose to seek clarity through faith, positivity, and support. As you reflect on your own life today, think about areas where you may feel stuck in negativity. How might shifting your focus toward the light help illuminate your path? By consciously inviting positivity and truth into your daily journey, you can find strength in the midst of struggles and inspire those around you to do the same. Remember that seeking light is not just about overcoming challenges, it's about transforming how we view ourselves and our world every day. As we reflect on the profound teachings of Jesus about the light of the body being the eye, it's essential to consider practical applications that we can integrate into our everyday lives. These practices can help us maintain a positive mindset, nurture gratitude, and encourage mindfulness, guiding us toward a life filled with light rather than darkness. Let's start by discussing gratitude. Practicing gratitude can be a powerful way to shift your perspective. One simple method is to keep a gratitude journal. Each evening, take a few moments to write down 3 things you are thankful for that day. They don't have to be monumental. It could be a warm cup of coffee, a friendly chat with a coworker, or even the beauty of nature during your walk home. By intentionally reflecting on these positive moments, you train your mind to focus on the light rather than dwelling on the shadows. Next, let's talk about mindfulness. Living in the present moment allows us to embrace life as it is, rather than getting lost in worries about the past or future. You might try setting aside 5 minutes each day for mindfulness meditation. Find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and focus on your breath. Inhale deeply and exhale slowly. As thoughts come into your mind, gently acknowledge them and let them go, refocusing on your breath. This practice helps declutter your mind and brings clarity, allowing you to see the light in your current circumstances. Building on that idea of presence, consider practicing mindful appreciation throughout your day. During mundane tasks, like washing dishes or waiting in line, take a moment to notice the sensations around you. Feel the warmth of the water or appreciate the colors of the surroundings. This small shift in focus can transform routine moments into opportunities for connection and joy. Another crucial aspect of applying Jesus' message is maintaining a positive mindset. Surround yourself with uplifting influences, whether it be motivational quotes you place around your home, inspiring books you read, or positive conversations with friends who lift you up. Limit exposure to negativity, whether from news, social media, or toxic relationships that drain your light. Furthermore, consider engaging in acts of kindness. Helping others not only brightens their day but also reflects the light within ourselves. It could be something as simple as complimenting someone, volunteering your time at a local charity, or offering support to a friend in need. The light you share comes back to you abundantly. Finally, remember that transforming your perspective doesn't happen overnight, it's a daily practice. Give yourself grace as you work on shifting your focus toward positivity and gratitude. Each small step you take toward embracing light contributes to a larger transformation in how you experience life. As you incorporate these practices into your daily routine, keep Jesus' words close to your heart, the light of the body is the eye. Let this truth guide you as you navigate life's ups and downs. By consciously choosing to see light and goodness in each moment, not only do you illuminate your path but also inspire others to join you on this journey toward hope and clarity. As we delve deeper into the message of Jesus about the light of the body being the eye, let's take a moment to pause and reflect on our own lives. This is a crucial step in understanding how our focus shapes our reality and impacts our happiness. Are you ready to consider what you truly see in your daily life? Think about your typical day. What thoughts occupy your mind? Do you find yourself constantly worrying about the future, or do you spend time reflecting on what brings you joy? Each of us has a unique lens through which we view the world, and that lens can either amplify the light or cast shadows over our experiences. Let's take a moment to visualize this. Imagine you're wearing a pair of glasses with different lenses. One lens highlights all the positive aspects of life, while the other magnifies negativity and fear. Which pair are you more inclined to wear on a given day? The truth is, we often have a choice about which lens we put on. To help illustrate this, think back to Sarah, Marcus, and Sophia, Each of them faced challenges but chose to shift their focus toward light. They discovered that by consciously deciding where to direct their attention, they were able to illuminate their paths and change their circumstances. Now ask yourself, how can you apply this insight? Take a moment right now to reflect on the areas of your life where you might be focusing on darkness rather than light. Are there worries or insecurities that loom large in your mind? Perhaps it's a job situation that feels uncertain or a relationship that needs nurturing. Recognizing these shadows is the first step toward transformation. Next, consider what happens when you intentionally shift your focus. What if you began each day with gratitude? By starting your morning reflecting on 3 things you're thankful for, you set a positive tone for the day ahead. This practice can help rewire your brain to seek out light instead of darkness. Or imagine incorporating mindfulness into your routine. When negativity creeps in, allow yourself to pause and breathe deeply. In this moment of stillness, remind yourself that you have the power to choose how you respond to life's challenges. When faced with adversity, focus on how it can help you grow rather than define your worth. As you think about these practices, remember that Jesus taught us to seek light in our lives for a reason. It not only brings clarity but also cultivates joy and peace within us. The act of reflection allows us to understand what truly matters and encourages us to align our hearts with His teachings. So as we conclude today's journey, take these reflections with you. What are you focusing on? How does it impact your happiness? By choosing to see light instead of darkness, we not only transform ourselves but also become beacons of hope for others in need of guidance. Let this be an invitation to embrace the clarity and joy that comes from focusing on the light within and around us. As we come to the final parts of our journey through the teachings of Jesus, it's important to delve into emotional reflections that illustrate the transformative power of looking toward the light during difficult times. Allow me to share a heartfelt story about a young woman named Emily. Emily was a spirited and creative soul, deeply passionate about art and expression. However, life had thrown her some unexpected challenges. After losing her job during a tough economic downturn, she was faced with mounting bills and uncertainty. The once vibrant colors of her life began to fade as feelings of despair set in. Each day felt heavier than the last, and her inner light began to dim. In those dark moments, Emily stopped painting. She isolated herself from friends and family, trapped in a cycle of negative thoughts that played on repeat in her mind. What if I never find another job? What if I let everyone down? Over time, the weight of those fears pushed her deeper into darkness. One chilly evening, while scrolling through social media, Emily stumbled upon a video that resonated with her, a message about embracing light and seeking positivity amidst struggles. In the video, the speaker shared his own experience of navigating hardship by focusing on gratitude and viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. Something sparked within Emily. Perhaps it was time to change how she saw things. That night, she decided to take a different approach. She sat at her kitchen table with a blank sketchbook in front of her and wrote down 3 things she was grateful for: her supportive parents, the talent she had for art, and even the small ray of sunlight coming through her window. As she reflected on these blessings, she felt a flicker of warmth within, a reminder that there was still light even in shadowy times. Inspired by this newfound clarity, Emily picked up her paintbrush for the first time in months. She poured all her emotions, the pain, conflict, but also hope, onto the canvas. As colors exploded into life before her eyes, something miraculous happened. Each stroke rekindled joy and restored confidence. The act of creating became a way for her to express not just struggle but also resilience. Gradually, Emily found that by consistently practicing gratitude, whether through journaling or simply pausing to appreciate small moments, her outlook shifted dramatically. Instead of being consumed by fear about the future, she began to embrace every day as a new opportunity for growth and connection. Emily's story is a powerful testament to how focusing on the light can transform our experiences even in our toughest moments. By making small shifts towards gratitude and positivity, we illuminate paths that might otherwise remain shrouded in darkness. As you reflect on your own life today, consider where you might be allowing shadows to cloud your vision. Just like Emily found strength by harnessing creativity and gratitude, you too can seek out light amidst challenges. Remember what Jesus taught us: focusing on light not only brings clarity but deeply enriches our lives along this journey we walk together. Let this reflection inspire you to embrace your unique light as you navigate your own path forward. As we come to the conclusion of today's journey through the teachings of Jesus and the profound message of the light of the body is the eye, let's take a moment to reflect on our own lives and how we can actively choose to embrace positivity. Each of us carries a unique light within us, waiting to shine brightly in a world that often feels clouded by darkness and uncertainty. Throughout our stories, whether it was Sarah, Marcus, Sophia, or Emily, we've seen how shifting our focus toward light can lead to transformation. These individuals faced their own struggles, yet each found solace and strength by choosing to see the good amidst challenges. Now, it's your turn to take this powerful lesson and apply it in your life. Think about your daily choices. Are you allowing negativity to overshadow your potential? It's easy to get caught up in worries about what might happen next or dwell on past mistakes. But what if instead, you made a conscious decision to look for the light? This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, rather, it's about finding ways to navigate them with hope and courage. Start today by setting intentions that guide you toward positivity. As you wake up each morning, take a moment to breathe deeply and think of one intention for the day, a word or phrase that resonates with light and encouragement for you. It could be gratitude, joy, or courage. Let this intention serve as your guiding star throughout the day. Moreover, consider integrating small acts of kindness into your routine. Helping others can brighten not only their day but also reinforce the light within you. Whether it's complimenting a friend, volunteering in your community, or simply lending a listening ear, these actions create ripples of positivity that extend far beyond yourself. Another way to let light guide your choices is through mindfulness. By being present in each moment, you allow yourself to appreciate life's simple joys, the warmth of the sun on your face, the laughter of loved ones, or the beauty of nature around you. When you cultivate mindfulness, distractions fall away, and clarity emerges. You'll find that even in challenging times, there are lessons and blessings hidden in plain sight. Finally, remember that embracing positivity is a journey, not a destination. There will be days when shadows creep in and doubts arise. It's all part of being human. Be gentle with yourself during these times. Instead of harsh judgment, offer yourself compassion and remind yourself that it's okay to seek help or guidance when needed. As we close this chapter together, I invite you to take these reflections with you. Let the light guide your choices and illuminate your path. By consciously embracing positivity and seeking out goodness in every situation, you not only enrich your own life but inspire those around you to do the same. So go forth with confidence, choose to see the light within yourself and others. In doing so, you become part of a collective journey toward hope, clarity, and joy in a world that needs it now more than ever. Let your light shine brightly.